Yo, what's good, Knicks fans? In today's show, I'm going to go over my two biggest X factors that are on the Knicks roster heading into the NBA season. But before I give you my two names, I want to hear from all the real ones out there. Let me know, who is the biggest X factor for the Knicks this season on this roster in the comments? Let me know right now. What's going on, everybody? You're watching New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green, and I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Mint Mobile, a cell phone provider that's going to help you save big time. For unlimited talk, unlimited text for as low as $15 per month, all you got to do is go to mintmobile.com/chatsports. We'll tell you more about them later on in today's show. But to get things kicked off, we talked about it at the top of the video. We're going to touch on my two biggest X factors for the New York Knicks this season. Because I think currently, as the roster is constructed, if everybody plays at their going rate, so to speak, I think the Knicks are right on the verge of being a play-in or a playoff team. But if these two guys play really well, I think that they could take another leap. And let's start at first with Derrick Rose. And we'll talk about some stats, and I'll give you guys some stats in a second why I think he's the guy that's going to lead the Knicks and be an X factor for them this season. When he came over for the Detroit Pistons in that trade that involved Dennis Smith Jr. and a second-round pick, he played really well. 35 games, 27 minutes per night, 15 points per game, 4 assists, was extremely efficient. 49% from the field and 41% from the deck. He was also great this year until he got hurt. 25 minutes per game, 12 points, 4 assists, and was still efficient. 44% and 40% from three. But the thing about D. Rose is he plays his best in big-time ball games, and he did that for the Knicks back in the 2021 playoffs against the Atlanta Hawks. He played in five games, was entrusted into the Knicks starting lineup, averaged 19.4 points per game, 5 assists, was the most efficient player on the team, 47% from the deck and 47% from downtown. But it's not just the stats that Derrick Rose puts out there that makes him an X factor. It's what he can do to affect the game and make other people on this team better. And the guy that he makes better on this team compared to everybody else is Julius Randle. Let's take a look at last year, what Rose and Randle did together, especially what Randle did when he had Rose compared to when Rose was hurt. In the 26 games that Derrick Rose and the New York Knicks and Julius Randle played together, Julius Randle was great. 20 points per game, 9.6 rebounds, 5.3 assists, and he was efficient. And that's something that Julius Randle was not this year. 43% from the field and 36% from downtown with Derrick Rose. But without Derrick Rose, it was the Julius Randle that we saw all season. 20 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. Those look good. But the efficiency falls off a cliff when Julius Randle does not have a point guard on the court. 39% from the field and 27% from downtown. Derrick Rose isn't just a bucket getter. He's not just a guy that's a former MVP. He makes the life of everybody on this roster easier. And if he's able to play alongside Julius Randle, and Julius Randle is able to play well at those efficient numbers, this team is going to be really, really good. And also Derrick Rose, the bench production relies on him. Emmanuel Quickley and Derrick Rose, we've seen that to be a great duo and a great tandem. Those two on the court with Julius Randle, the Rose and Randle connection, I truly believe if Derrick Rose plays north of 60, 65 games, he could be the biggest X factor on this team, not just because what he does in the stat sheet, but what he does and how he makes the game easier on everybody else, especially in the fourth quarter when the Knicks need to get a bucket and close the game out. Derrick Rose is your guy. So let's show our guy, Derrick Rose, some love in the comments section. Ever since he came to the Knicks round 2, I feel like he's been a fan favorite, and he has earned that. So I want everyone to stand up and show our guy D Rose some love. Type number 4 in the comments section to show our guy D Rose some love. We told you about Mint Mobile off the top of the show, but let's tell you now why you should switch over. A cell phone provider that offers unlimited talk and text plans, high-speed data on the nation's largest 5G network, a mobile hotspot, all of those on plans starting as low as $15 per month. My favorite thing about Mint Mobile, though, is how easy it is to switch over. You get to keep your same phone. You get to keep your same phone number, and you can switch over from the comfortability of your house thanks to their digital eSIM card technology. Unlimited premium wireless plans starting at $15 per month. Get started today. Save a lot of money. Shout out to Ryan Reynolds. He's the owner of the company. All you got to do is go to mintmobile.com/chatsports. I'll put the link in the comments and description of today's show. If you made it this far in the video, you might be surprised because I've been called a Cam Reddish hater. But I truly believe that Cam Reddish, along with Derrick Rose, could be one of the biggest X factors on this team. If Reddish lives up to the potential, he is the kind of wing the Knicks need next to RJ Barrett. I love the game that Cam Reddish has. There's no denying the skill and the talent level that he brings. I mean, this is someone that if you saw just hooping at the rec or hooping at a park outside, you'd be like, this guy is going to be the next great player in the NBA. He's 6'8", with a 6'8" wing, with a silky smooth handle. He can create shots from the mid-range, from the three-point line. Not only is he a tough shot taker, he is a tough shot maker. And in the NBA, everybody is looking for those guys because in the playoffs and in the fourth quarter, when teams start to play defense and the game gets tight, you're looking for someone that can get you a bucket. And if Cam Reddish lives up to that hype that he had coming out of high school, going into Duke, coming into the NBA draft, he is the guy that could be an X factor for the Knicks. But he's got to be consistent. He's got to be available because the best ability is availability. Right when Cam Reddish started to play great last year, following that Clippers game, he got hurt, the shoulder injury. I understand that you can't always control stuff. You got to control what you can control. But the inconsistencies and the inability to stay on the floor have hindered Cam Reddish's potential. He's also great in the open court. He pushes the pace. He's an easy bucket getter as well as a tough shot maker. And the Knicks need another guy that can push the pace in the fast break. A wing alongside RJ Barrett. Those two have chemistry together. I truly believe that if Cam Reddish becomes that guy, the 6'8" wing that can play defense, get hot from downtown, be a bucket getter, if he lives up to that bill, he is someone that the Knicks could build around with RJ Barrett. But when you look at what he's done in the NBA so far, he hasn't lived up to that statement and that notice. And that upsets me a little bit because he has all the potential in the world to be great. He wasn't good when he came over to the Knicks, really. 6 points per game, 41% from the field, 25% from downtown. Only 15 games, didn't play a lot, but he did have some good games, like against the Los Angeles Clippers, where he was a plus 22 and had 17 points on 4-7 from the field and 2-4 from downtown. He's shown you he can be great, and he did that in the 2021 Eastern Conference Finals with the Atlanta Hawks. In those 3 games in the Eastern Conference Finals, he averaged 13.3 points per game and almost 2 assists and was extremely efficient in a sniper from deep. Almost 73% from downtown in the conference finals to go along with 58% from the field. No one can deny the talent and the skill and the hooper that Cam Reddish is. But at some point, he's got to put it all on the table and put it together. And I'm hoping for the Knicks' case this year, this is the season. Plus the chemistry with him and RJ Barrett. Give me minutes, more minutes with RJ and Cam playing together. They have a chemistry. They play well together. It seems like whenever they were on the court last year wearing the blue and orange or the black and orange, they looked good. They play off each other, and they're comfortable. And 2 young guys, that's sometimes what a team and a player needs, is comfortability. RJ is comfortable with Cam. Cam is comfortable with RJ. I want to see Cam play alongside RJ Barrett more. I think he makes the game easier for a guy like Cam. RJ can be the ball handler, and Cam can be the slasher and the guy that moves without the ball. And then when Cam gets the ball with a couple ticks left on the shot clock, he can put it on the deck, step back, 30-foot, let it go. Cam Reddish is a baller. But I want to test all Knicks fans right now to predict it for me in the comment section. Will Cam Reddish break out this season? Is this the year that Cam Reddish lives up to the hype of being that next 6'8", 6'9" wing that can play basketball on the both sides of the court, offense, defense, as well as being a guy that can drop 20 points any night? Is this the year? I am praying so, because if so, the Knicks are going to be damn good, ladies and gentlemen. But let me know. Type Y for yes, type N for no on if Cam Reddish will break out this season. I want to say thank you, and I appreciate everybody that's made New York Knicks Now a part of their day today. If you haven't yet, give me a follow over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. And if you made it this far in the video, let's hit a real one roll call. Drop a real one in the comments right now.